And hello everybody, it's time again for another grid drive, since, it's Saturday and all. So we are getting right to it, the hut is already attached, and oh my gosh, this has been quite a week. We'll talk about it as we go, but let's not waste any more time. We are getting right to the stream, but first, just one little information, since I think most of you guys forgot about it. This little stream pad over here, this one, it actually got a lot of tricks in his sleeves that basically don't exist because it doesn't wear it. But yeah, here is the instructions again in case you want to interact with it. Alright, I think that's long enough. So we're getting right to the drive right now, and I have no idea what it's about. Alright. Also, I've already found a really fun looking game that we can play in my upcoming vacation on, I think it's in May, but I'm not sure. It could also be in April. I will have to check it, but I think it was May. Yeah, pretty sure it was May. That is such a nice image that we started at. And this is already the plot again that we basically visit in all of our drives recently, and it's honestly getting a little bit on my nerves that we just don't explore different places and use different plots. It's always this one. And I think Second Life is big enough that we got more options than just this one. Holy moly. But alright, let's see. So regarding the last week, oh my gosh. In terms of work, it wasn't so bad, but I got a lot of packages regarding the little the project that I'm working on, which is the Osiak army for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And that did not went well, because most of the people just enter the proxy miniatures on Etsy with a scaling. So you go shopping and you look for scaling of 28mm or 32mm, stuff like this. And I was shopping and I bought some minis for 28mm. And what do you know, this one merchant that I bought from literally went and inserted the actual height instead of the scaling. So what I got was an actual 28mm plastic figure, which was way too small for the purpose that it was supposed to be used at. And then I got another package, which was the exact opposite way around, what basically resulted in the miniature to be massive. And when I say massive, then I mean it, because it was like at least 5 times the size that it needed to be. Which is really bad, because instead of standing on the mountain, it basically became the mountain. So yeah, that was, oh, there was not a crossing, but a turning over there. So yeah, that was kind of a letdown, but yeah, what you gonna do? So then I looked onward and I found that a guy on one of the local marketplaces basically listed an entire already assembled and painted army of, I think it was 7,100 points. And if you are not inside of this tabletop community, in Warhammer you usually make an army out of 2,000 points. So yeah, it was a massive listing and the price was awesome. The only issue is that I just recently got my unassembled original packed army from one of the local miniature shops. So that means I was already down about 400 to 500 bucks which is pretty bad if you want to buy a fully assembled army right after. So yeah, long story short, I just tried to return as much as I could from the original packed stuff, which was about maybe 40%. Because once I got it, I already unboxed a lot of the big stuff, which I really should not do. But yeah, I then contacted the guy that was selling the painted army, and oh yeah, I mean, now I'm just waiting for it to arrive. It should be here next week, I think. And it's gonna be massive. I'm just not sure if I got the space in my displays for it yet, but that's just gonna change once I get it. I'm not really sure how much space it really uses up, so I didn't want to just start on making extra space before I know that. Also, it looks kinda like we got lucky so far in terms of lag. But yeah, so that's basically the 2 or 3 things that all happened the last week. Yeah, there's still no new information about the tabletop army that I'm currently getting painted for Star Wars Legion, which is really a big bummer because, oh my gosh, what just happened? Yeah, because they still had another little project going on. And I think they said that they got 1 more Star Wars Legion Ahsoka to paint. So after this week, oh hallelujah, it's not a physical tree. So yeah, after this weekend, I guess they will start with my project. And then I can definitely update you guys. And I really hope that it's gonna be great, because they got some really good rating on Fiverr. And I'm definitely also making a little stream or maybe just a video about not really the unboxing, but a display of all the painted units and stuff. And it should be absolutely fire. And now let's just see that we don't crash in this little corner over here. Alright. So yeah, it was definitely a very busy week. And I've also got a really nice project done at work, which I'm very proud of, because I've basically built a little support assistant, which got a very funny name because I called it Infox, because it's giving you infos. And it's really just like a little bot, because you can just ask it stuff, and based on how you ask and what you give him in terms of information, it will just guess what you want from it, like a little AI, but it's not an AI. But yeah, it's basically used to look up stuff, and you don't have to jump over several windows. You just open the Infox window and type in what you want, and he gives you a little overview of stuff. And it's really nice, and what's it called? The UI, basically the graphical build on the window, is really comfortable to use. It got a maximizing button, it got a minimizing button. You can open it and it instantly jumps with the cursor in the text box, so you can instantly start typing. And yeah, I'm very proud of it, and it's definitely gonna be a project that's receiving a lot of extensions in the future. And I had a blast writing it. Oh, before I forget about it, we are definitely gonna play some Among Us tomorrow, because I basically got a long weekend. But yeah, I used all of my Friday, which was also free, to make my tax report for 2025. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a little bit too steep, I guess. But I'm really glad that the text report is already written. It's always such a kind of annoying topic to deal with. And if it's correct, I should be getting $200 back from it. So it wasn't in vain. I wish it was a bit more though. I always find it interesting that when you fill out all of the fields and all the insurances and stuff, just how the numbers change between the years. And that's where you always see where everything gets so much more expensive. Some of my insurances just went up $50 or $80. And it sums up, and it's not fun. But at least I'm not that bad in making these tax reports, so I usually get a good deal of money back from them. And I'm not cheating on them. I'm absolutely honest. I just type in everything that I bought for the office and for my work, and okay, maybe I write off a few too many items, but that is really just little stuff. So yeah, this is out of the way, and we can basically concentrate on Among Us tomorrow, because I think there is still another cosmic cube that we only finished halfway. That's because now that we don't level up so fast anymore, it's just taking such a long time. Usually if you get a level up, you get some bonus points. And these bonus points are always about 1.5 or 2.0 multiplators. Multiplications? Yeah, that's better. And yeah, that's just, it sums up and it makes it much faster to finish the cosmic cubes. And if you don't get that, it's just taking such a long time. And I think we were playing Among Us for at least 4 hours last time. And we still only went halfway. Not a good thing. So I'm guessing that we are gonna play another 3 to 4 hours tomorrow. And as the last time, we are just playing the first hour hide and seek. And everything after that, we are playing regular Among Us. And there also seems to be another event currently ongoing where you get a free suit and a hairpiece, I think. I haven't logged in yet, so I can't say for sure. But yeah, in terms of games, it's not too bad at the moment, and there's also a lot of games that are very cheap or free to play at the moment, so. And one of them is a little game that's, I think it's called something with delivery and packages or something. And it looked a bit like Lethal Company and Repo. So maybe we're gonna check out this game in my vacation. Oh my gosh, that is one nasty corner. But yeah, we will have to look about it. Oh my gosh, we just ran someone over. Also, hey there, Pio. Well, if you're already sleepy, then maybe just go to bed and sleep. You can always watch the stream tomorrow. Yeah, it's really tough to be a streamer in the middle of Europe because the time zones are so bad. The Japanese and Asian people are just always sleeping, and the Americans are usually just getting out of bed or are still at work, and it's just a pain. And if I try to stream at a much later time, it's getting really late for me, and it's still really early for the Americans. So there is not really a good window for streaming for Europeans. Alright, so we have arrived. Now just look at this view over here. We are at the beach with our little hair, the pink one, and we're looking at the sunset. That's almost a screenshot worthy moment. Let me just get rid of the text boxes, because I think this definitely makes a good thumbnail for the stream later. Alright, on we go. I did not expect a teleport. Okay, kinda weird. We've been driving to the beach just to teleport back and used another road vehicle. Makes sense. Oh, it's the Linden Road. From the left rail. I don't think that I've ever heard of the left rail. It sounds a bit lethal. Honestly, let's just take a quick look around. It kind of feels like the airport that is right next to the area where we had one of our camps. It would have been on the other end of the airport though. I'm not sure if it's the same one. Alright, we're almost done. Just optimizing the route. Alright, on we go. There seems to be a lot of factories and stuff around. Oh my gosh, it's quite laggy over here. And oh my gosh, there's a lot of mountains and stuff. These are the Rockies, it seems. And it's very laggy over here, oh my gosh. Oh, I know where we are. Oh no, I know where we are. That's not good, that's definitely not good. And this is also a very overused road that we often visit. I don't know what they do. I still have no idea what we are doing today. So far we are just driving around. And we are driving to the Dykemark docks. What a strange name. Also, if you, I guess you can tell because the audio is much better than last time. I finally got over the cold and over the slight fever, and I managed to deactivate the noise cancelling again, which makes it much easier to understand me, and my voice is clearer, and it's not filtering out the little noises like the S sounds and stuff. But yeah, last time that was just not a good thing. You would have just listened to a lot of sniffing and stuff, and I was so sick and I didn't feel great, and it was really a lot better that we really did a noise reduced stream last time. Oh my gosh. That was wild. Alright, we made it back to the road. Also, I'm not sure what was the reason for it, but oh my gosh, the last stream was so poorly visited. I recently got a regular viewer base of maybe 80 to 100, but the last drive, not stream, well, it was also a stream, so both is right. The last drive only got like 15 views, and that is terrible. Oh my gosh. I haven't had that little in a while. And I'm not really sure why. I guess the template wasn't really interesting to look at, but I thought that most of you guys are revisiting because of the drives. Or maybe because of my voice that makes a really nice background sound. But yeah, I have no idea. It was just really badly visited. And I definitely hope that it's picking up a little this week again. Because we still got ways to go for the 200 followers or even the 500. Which is also a little reminder that if you like the content, please consider to like and subscribe. I think that YouTube recently changed some of its algorithm. The likes are now a lot more important than ever before. So yeah, like the heck out of this video. And I'm also still looking for games that we can play on my vacation, I think in May. So if you got anything that you want to see me play, then drop your ideas or suggestions down in the comments and I will check them out. Maybe we play them, or maybe I play them. Yeah, that's the best way, just communicate it. I'm very easy to talk to, so there's no reason not to drop any suggestions. The only issue is when we are looking at games that are full of violence or stuff, because I basically have to set my video to adult audience then, which usually reduces the amount of viewers a lot. And I also don't really like to... What do you say about it? I'm not sure how to say it. I don't like to put so many of my potential viewers out of the viewing pool by setting it adult. Yeah, that was very awkwardly pronounced and said, but I'm not an English native, so I had no idea how to say it better. And there we go. Right now, I'm just really excited to get to the Osyak Bone Reaper army and then get some infos and first pictures of the Star Wars Legion army that I'm getting painted. And yeah, once that is all done, I think I'm the happiest fox in the world. There's just a lot of good stuff going on at the moment, but it all requires patience, and I'm not very patient. Also, this is gonna be a horrible month. I've already spent so much money for this month. That's not a good thing. I guess it's another supper and pizza month. That happens when you just overspend on your hobbies too much. Then again, in my defense, I've been trying to sell a bit of stuff. But it is really not fun selling stuff in 2020, 25 or 26. Oh my gosh, we're already in 26. Yeah, there's just so many lowballers that only make offers starting at 40% of what you asked. And let's be honest, if I wanted to sell it this cheap, then I wouldn't have asked for 60% more. Okay, there's just a horse chariot in front of us. And a lot of lag. Oh my gosh. The lag is so bad over here. And we're going through the walls. There we go. Wait a second. Let me just reset the map really quick, because I'm not sure if this is the right direction. What the heck? We literally got selected behind the point where we started. That is so bizarre. Okay, I think we have to make the turn over here. Wait a second. I'm not sure if it's this one or this one over there. Oh, there's a sub monkey. I think it's a subway, but with a monkey. It looks kind of funny. Alright, I'm pretty sure that this is the right track. And that's a start. Oh, by the way, we always talk a little bit about the weather, and oh my god, the weather is crazy at the moment. We literally got back from about 5 or maybe 7 degrees, and it's instantly going up to 20 degrees. Inside, not even outside, inside. So I've been sweating so bad this weekend because I still had all of my heaters on, and I had my blanket out and I was covered in clothes and all, and I was lying on my sofa, and it was suddenly so hot inside. The sun was shining through the window and I felt like a shrimp in a fryer. Okay, I'm not even seeing the road, which honestly is a little problem. Right, and that looks good. As long as I can see some parts in the distance. And not like this. Alright, there we go. I'm just so glad that I don't have to snovel or shovel any snow anymore. Is snovel even a word? I do not think so. Okay, I think we just go straight ahead. So right about here. But I'm still not sure where we're going. Okay, that's not fun. Getting a really big pop-up in front of my minimap right before the curve is not fun. Alright. I think this is the road that I was talking about last time, where we were just going past straight. Okay, the road is missing again. Oh my gosh. The entire sim is missing again. That was wild. Is that a mushroom? Why is there a massive white mushroom? And I think I just fried my car. Okay, just resetting it quickly. There we go. And da-dum. This is a very bizarre place. There seem to be a lot of statues. Or maybe it's a graveyard or something. That would be even more creepy. There's a big castle in front of us. But I don't think it's Disney. Oh, there was a cave. I have no idea where we are. I mean, I basically know which continent we are on, but I don't think that we've used this road a lot in the past, which is nice. That's the stuff that I always talk about. I wish we would be using a lot more of the not so often used roads and recycle a lot less. So that's basically just what I asked for, and that's very nice. Also, there's a lot of cherry trees on the side. Okay, the lake is really crazy at the moment. But I think we're almost there. Is this a shrine or is it just a temple or something? Let's just take a quick look. It kinda looks like an entrance to something, but honestly it doesn't look very finished yet. So maybe it's just a sort of mountain area or something. There seems to be a large tent on top of it. So maybe it's just a circus. Right. And we are almost at the docks. I wonder if we just teleport again or if we actually use the docks. Oh, there's a huge chicken. You thought I would say it, didn't you? Okay, there's another turn to the left. I almost didn't see the mountain behind it. Imagine we would have just gone straight into it. That would have hurt a little. Alright. There's a huge Pikachu. Let's actually take a look at it. Looks like it's just falling off the mountain. And it's still missing. Come on. There we go. It's not looking bad, I have to say. They definitely did a good job on it. This is huge. Oh my gosh. Alright, on we go. Also, in case you didn't know, it's the 30th anniversary of the Pokemon franchise. So, happy birthday, Pokemon. And I think the last 2 or 3 days was the official Pokemon Day. And they already... Wait a second, I think that's not the one. They already gave a little preview on the next generation 10. Which will be released about 2027. And they already told us the titles and they gave a little spoiler on the starters. I think it's gonna be Waves and Winds. So Pokemon Waves and Pokemon Winds. And the starters are gonna be, well, just look at it yourself. I don't want to spoil it in case you didn't watch it yet, but you planned to, so just go ahead if it's in your interest. Look the Pokemon Day 2026 and you can look it for yourself. Yeah, I definitely fell over my tongue there again, but I think I did not drink anything today, which is not good. And my mouth is getting super dry at the moment. For the next stop we take, I definitely get a drink. Also, I now remember these plots. They are not bad. You usually arrive at the bottom and then drive up. This is, I think, one of the few times, maybe twice last year, where we actually entered from the top and then went to the bottom. And I think we just missed a checkpoint or something. Okay, there we go. And okay, let's park our vehicle somewhere. I do not think that this is a parking lot, but I'm pretty sure that we just delete the vehicle anyways. Alright, let's walk to the docks. Just some random boxes on the ground. Oh, these are really funny looking. A kind of a strange combination of flags. Alright. Oh yeah, in case you didn't hear it yet. Apparently, Israel and the United States started a little attack on Iran. Which quite surprised me to hear about it this morning, but not really that surprised, I have to say. Right, the next leg is gonna be in a boat, but so we are using the shark. There we go. So I don't really want to go into all of the political stuff, and I don't want to take sides, but I'm definitely interested and curious how this is gonna play out. Even though that sounds kinda terrible, but yeah, I think it's a situation that we can't change at the moment, and I think the majority of us really saw it coming. I wonder if this is another driver behind us. Because I definitely just took someone over on this sea over here. You can still see the little green dots on the minimap. They are really slow though. Okay, now I definitely know where we are. We are driving to, riding on the shark to the air rail, the trail continent on the, what's it called? Northwest. Yes, the northwest. I'm always really bad at remembering the names of directions. I don't know why, but it is just how it is. And there is a little funny fact. In Germany, we used to do a little, we call it Eselsbrücke, where it's basically just a little saying that helps you to remember stuff by combining the starting letters or just making up a little sentence, and then the first letters of the sentence are basically standing for the words, and the directions north, what's after north? East, south and west. And they are basically called in German Norden, Osten, Süden und Westen. And we got this little Eselsbrücke where we are just saying niemals ohne Seife waschen, what translates into never wash yourself without soap. This is how I always do it in my head. I say this little stupid sentence, never wash without soap. And then I look which one it is that I need. And then I translate it into English because I have to figure out what it is in German first. Okay, I'm not sure if the hat is currently leaking, but yeah, there we go. So we are back in a road vehicle. Also, I think this is the most German that I ever used in a stream. And let's do some magic trick while we wait. I think it's working like this. Maybe not. Ah, there we go. It's been such a long time that I saw this little guy do something. Okay, we are going to the Moth Fun Park. I'm not sure what park is gonna be the Moth Fun Park and how much fun you really can have with a bunch of moths. But let's see, I guess. Just don't bring an open fire or you kill all of the moths. Oh my gosh, it's kinda laggy over here. Okay, I think we are following these trails over here. Nope, it's the next one. There we go. I do not remember there to be such a large forest over here. They must have planted that recently. It looks nice though. I definitely like it. The whole community. Alright. Oh my gosh. That was kinda wild. I have no idea what just happened. Holy moly. Alright, we're back on the track, so let's just pretend that never happened. Is that an airplane in the middle of the road? Nope, it's just parking on the side, it seems. Interesting. Okay, that was strange. I just got a random notice that there's someone fighting. Okay, I guess. Okay, we're just ignoring that. I don't even know that person, to be honest. Oh my gosh, I did not see the corner coming. That is pretty bad. Okay, so we're almost back. But I have no idea where my car went. I'm kinda hoping that once we get back to the sim, yeah, we are back inside of it. But we have lost the controls over it. Okay. I kinda saw that coming. Just a quick reset, on we go. Let's just be happy that stuff like this is not happening in real life. Right. And we're still going to the Moth Fun Park, which is about 3 or 4 minutes away. And the road is missing again. I wonder if it's just because I'm driving too fast or if it's basically just Second Life itself. But it's definitely connected to lag, I think. Sometimes it's really, really bad, and sometimes you just don't realize that there's any lag. So it's definitely somehow bound to the lag and maybe to the region itself. Oh, this is the last drive with the winter settings, by the way. So starting the next week, or starting tomorrow already, we will have the spring layout on the starting and the end screen again. It's not really a big change, but it looks a bit fresher. I'm just glad that the really cold times and weeks are over now. And it's, oh my gosh, the thing that I realized the most is that by now when you get home, oh my gosh, there was a sign I didn't see, okay. When you get home from work and suddenly you still got sunlight, that is crazy. For the last 2 or 3 months, you basically just left the house in the dark and got home in the dark. And now you already get home and it's still bright outside. That is huge. But I also think we may change our clocks again this year. Maybe this month. I'm pretty sure that it's this month. I'm just not sure if it's the second or third week of it. I think we are moving the clock ahead to 1 hour again. I so hate this, but the EU can just not decide on a singular time. So we are still switching between winter and summertime. I think they already wanted to get rid of it 7 years ago or something. I do not see the road. And we're just lagging really bad again. Here we go. Oh, there's a bridge. Interesting. I thought we were going right through the water. Alright. We're getting pretty close. I still wonder what sort of fun you want to have with some mods. Oh, there's another really nasty corner. Honestly, when I first saw the name Moth Park, I just had the image in my mind where you sit in a carousel and it looks like a massive fire in the center and you're just going around the fire. That is the Moth Park. You get to experience the life of a moth. Oh, I wonder if we meet the Mothman. It is so laggy, oh my gosh. Just imagine if the Mothman is actually the mascot of the Moth Park. That would be hilarious. Get your little Mothman plushie over here. Life size for your bed. It is so creepy. Oh my gosh. Alright, it's just a few seconds left. And it's getting so laggy, oh my gosh. I think it's because of the corners. The more corners you go through, the laggier it gets. That is my current speculation, at least. I'm not sure, but it seems that whenever we go through some really nasty corners, the rest of the drive seems so much more laggy. But it's still manageable. When it gets worse, we can still... Oh my gosh. I should not have said it. But yeah, if it gets too bad, then we can always just restart the viewer, but... Right now I still think that we got this. And I think we just... Oh my gosh. We had to go up this really ugly ramp. The camera is also kind of messed up. There we go. Okay, I would park my car, but we are still lagging. The crossings here are so bad, oh my gosh. I wonder if we just crashed. Nope, we actually survived. That's crazy. Okay, let's just... Maybe not. Just watching my car drive away. Oh my gosh, it's still driving. Okay, there we go. I'm guessing that we are walking to this really fast spinning thing. Or maybe not. But I think I got something fitting for the moth park. Wait a second. I wonder if it's... Or was it Hunt? Let me just try this. I think it was Hunt. So if I'm right, the little guy should start hunting in a minute. Maybe not. Ah, there it goes. Oof. Oh my gosh. Right, we have already done some of the rides in the last drives. So we're just taking a quick look, I guess. Let me just fly around a bit. Yeah, that looks just way too laggy at the moment. There's just another ride. There's a Ferris wheel, and this seems to be the same as this one. We have definitely used this one in the last drives. And this one over there as well. And this is just a bumper cars. So I guess we can just continue. Okay, I did not expect to get teleported. And now our vehicle is just left at the park. Fantastic. And I also got something to blur later. I wonder if this is the sponsor of the drive, because we kinda look done over here. Oh yeah, we're actually done with the drive. I did not see that coming. Okay. Well, I guess I just have to figure out where we have been before. And then I tidy up the vehicle later. But let's just unbox what we got and check out the gift. The space cargo carrier. Okay, kinda sounds like a spaceship. Here we go. Okay, so we got all of the texture templates. That's always nice to have. Yeah, as I said, my mouth is just so dry, it's a mess. I didn't get to drink anything because the breaks are just way too far. Okay, here we go. It looks a bit blocky though. And I definitely would prefer if the camera was a lot more zoomed out, maybe like this. That would make it so much easier. But yeah, it's just basically a little flying vehicle that goes up and down, back and forward. It doesn't look like you can go any faster, but let's look into the cockpit. Okay, so we got some screens. We got a display in front. But I'm not seeing controls over there. Nope, you can just turn the mouse look steering on and off. Which I guess is okay, but I usually don't fly these kind of things in mouse look. The sounds are funny though. I'm not sure if you can hear them because they are kinda really quiet. But it's going wow. Yeah, it's a nice vehicle, but I don't know. Also, I wonder what you're gonna do with the solar panels when you are up in sky and there's no sun around. Well, I guess there is the sun, but it kinda depends how the vehicle is aligned in sky. It's decent. What I really miss about this vehicle is different gears. Because as it is way too slow. If you could get some gears on this, then that would definitely be a lot better. So there's a conversion guide, but yeah, you can just shut down the engine. You can use WASD. Oh, wait a second, there's a shift for the speed. So if we use shift and D, then we should be able to... Maybe not. Okay, maybe because there's a setting in the Second Life settings where if you start typing, it always opens the chat. And I guess you have to shut this off in order to use it. But I believe it that we can go faster. I don't need to change my settings for this. And just imagine this, but maybe 2 times as fast. Okay, let's just land on this opening over here. There we go. Because there is something else that I want to show you guys. I have talked about it the last time and then I forgot about it because, well, I didn't forget about it, but I couldn't find it anymore. But I wanted to show you guys a really nice place, and today I show you the nice place. Because I found it again and I made a landmark about it. So we already visited the Greenwich Cafe. And now we are visiting the Leaf Forest Retreat. Okay, just to give it a moment to rest. And it's basically just a little clubhouse over here, which is in the middle of quite a sizable piece of land. And they did a great job in really designing this place. And there's a little bunny over there. I did not see the table coming. So let me just find my way outside. There we go. So this is basically the entire surroundings of this club over here. And as you can see, let me just zoom out a little bit. It's a cozy little rainy area over here. That is in the middle of two roads that are meeting behind the place. Right over there. And this is all of the stuff that you see inside. There's a lot of vegetation. There's a little, I think it's a river sort of. You got the clubhouse and there is a little shack over here. They also got one bigger tree, but it's basically the PBR, which my viewer does not currently support. So for me this tree is just white. But you can definitely tell that a lot of work went into this area. And both of the sides of the road are actually connected to the place. So you can walk in from both of the sides. And there's also a little bus stop over here. And other stuff. There's also a little umbrella, so you could basically not get wet, but let's just get wet today. So we are not disturbing the people on the left, we're just looking at the place a little bit. And as I said, this is a very detailed little place in the middle of nowhere. I just stumbled upon it and you can actually just come over here, visit and hang out in the clubhouse. It's a super chill and nice place and all. It is located at... let me check. So this is Italy at 1373-86. If you want to check it out. So I got another landmark, but I'm not sure what it is. Let me just check. Usually I don't make landmarks for no reason, but I can't really remember why I made this one. Oh yeah, that's just another really nice looking town that I found with a lot of NPCs. So again, let me just zoom out a little bit. As you can tell, we are on the trail continent again. Surrounded by a lot of trails. There's just this really sizable city in the middle of all of it. And it's called the K-Labs Tusok. And you also got some racing rides over here, so you can basically, there's also the road. So you got a road access over here, and I think it's also connected to the road on the lower level going over here somewhere. There may be I think there's an elevator over there. Let's just see if we can find it. Because I think that we have actually come through here before. At least in one of my drives. Where was the elevator? I think it was over here somewhere. There was a building that you can go into and then... that looks very much like it. Yeah, that's the elevator. So this one goes down all the way over here. And then you are basically right over here and you can exit over here, which is leading to the rails again. So it's not the road, but the rails. Which is strange, because I was pretty sure, it's over here. So you can also leave the house over here. There's also a little cafe over there. If you follow through, you get another little train station. But we are interested in this way over here, because this is the access to the lower road. There we go. I knew there was another connection. Right now we are at Kosoma at 251.69, the magic number. So yeah, there's a lot of areas over here that you can just freely discover, and this is a surprisingly big city that doesn't really get visited much, but it looks kinda nice, I think. But I don't think that they got much going on. It's not like they are renting out places or something, but I leave it to you guys to just come here, discover, and maybe check out some of the stuff that is actually placed inside some of the buildings. So yeah, I think that's all from me for today. I hope that you had fun. Thank you very much for watching this far. And as I said, tomorrow we are gonna play on Wonders again, and hopefully we finish the Cosmic Cube. So yeah, if you like the content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Check in tomorrow, and if not, I see you again the next time, or maybe next week. So bye!